This is a video showing how to use Discourse, which is a forum platform that we use mainly to store meeting notes and our backlog, but we also have a bunch of other useful features on it, which we'll get into. To get to Discourse, if you're going here for the first time, maybe you're a new user. Oh, I should also mention that the first half of this video will be for all co-op members, and the second half of this video will be for co-op members that are also Circle members. So to get to the Discourse, you go to, for the first time, you can go to our website, valleyhousing.coop, and you can scroll down and click sign up here to become a member, and it'll bring you to this page. You can click sign up, and then you can either use this little form here, or you can click sign in with Google. I'm going to do that. I'll choose the account that I want. And then it'll autofill in some stuff for you. You can change your username if you want. And then you have to agree to all of our policies. So each one is a link. You can click on it and read it before you agree to it. And you have to sign up to our Open Collective, which is, if you click on this, it'll bring you to that. It's pretty easy to do. Once you agree to all of our agreements here, you can create your account, and then you will be in the list for approval, and admin will approve you. So I'm going to go ahead and approve this new account here. And then once an admin has approved your account, you should get an email here. Let's see. Here we go. I've been approved. See what it says. Okay, it says you can now access your account by logging in. Go to log in, and then if you just did a username and password, you would type them in here. If you sign in with Google, you can just click sign in with Google, and you're in. Welcome to Valley Housing Co-op Discourse Forum. So it brings you to this page first, which is topics. Topics are like a post. Typically, most people probably won't use this tab very much, although it does bring you here first. We'll probably change that at some point. If you're on Discourse a lot, you might be just scrolling through topics, but typically not the most common one to be using. So what you want to do is go ahead and click the home button here, the logo, and it'll bring you to the categories page. So we have 6 categories here, as you can see. Meeting notes is where all of our circles meeting notes are stored. Backlog, that's like a big co-op to-do list. Resources could be other meetings related to the co-op but aren't a circle meeting, or they could be like policies or how-tos, tutorials, that sort of thing. Events, co-op related events don't have to necessarily be a co-op event. Forwarded mail is how do you say this? It's a conglomeration of a bunch of different co-op related list serves. So if you maybe don't want to subscribe to them on your email, but you still want to have a way to keep up to date with them, you can read them through here. You can also request one to add. Request a email list that you think would be good to have in this category that might be relevant to the co-op. And then we have all member announcements, which is where all member announcements will be stored. So if you're a regular co-op member and you're not going to be keeping track of every move of the co-op. You probably won't use Discourse that much, and this is about all you need to do. The current notification settings for this will just give you, it'll just email you when there's an all member announcement, so when there's a new topic in this category. And that will be things like our member bulletin, which is it changes, or we're still working on how often it'll get sent out, but maybe monthly or bi-monthly, which will give you it's a rundown of what has been happening within the co-op circles, and just general co-op news, and yeah, any other announcements as well, like maybe large co-op events or things like that will be in here. So yeah, if you don't want to be using Discourse every day, or logging on all the time and interacting with it, this is pretty much all you need to do. You're going to start getting emails once they're all member announcements. If you do want to sort of more granularly, maybe like you want to read meeting notes or things like that, then I would say keep watching this video for now. And we're going to go into meeting notes here. So this is where all of our meeting notes are stored. At the top here, this is sort of how you can sort through the meeting notes, because right now we can see meeting notes for every circle. It's a little overwhelming. So we have a couple of drop downs here. We have a category drop down, which allows you to switch between categories. And then we have a tags drop down, which allows you to just select a tag. And so this is very commonly used. So say I'm looking for the latest property circle meeting notes. I can click property circle, and then it should show you the latest one at the top. And you can click on it, and you can read it. And you can reply to it. If you scroll down, click reply. You can read replies. You can like things, react to them. That is the meeting notes category. Back to it. Go to, I guess we'll make a new topic now. So maybe you want to, make a new topic. So let's say if you're a regular member, you're probably not going to make a new topic in the meeting notes category. But say you might make a new topic in the events category or the backlog category. Maybe we'll make a new event here. Maybe you have an event that's co-op related that you want to add to this list. You can click new topic here. You can type in fun co-op related event. You can add a tag if you want, if you think it's relevant to a specific circle. And then you'll want to add the event itself. This is where you actually put the event into the co-op's calendar. So yeah, you can select the date. There's a bug with Discourse, with this calendar plugin that we're using, where if you click on a date, it'll actually select the day before the date you clicked on. So you want to make sure that you click the day after you are trying to click. So if I want the 18th, I need to click the 19th. And then you can type in the time. So it's at 2 p.m. You can, there's some other stuff here. Done. And then if you want, you can add a location too. And then you can say some stuff. Can get rid of this, and on the right side here, we can see the preview of what we've typed. Unlike a maybe you're used to say like an email or Google Docs or Word for formatting. You can do a tiny little bit of formatting here, but if you want to do more complicated formatting, Discourse uses markup, which is a formatting language. So on the sidebar here, if you click, you can see there's a markup formatting quick link here. It's a guide. If we go into that, it'll show you how to, you can ignore the HTML. We want the markdown. Markdown, not markup. So this will show you how to do all the formatting that you would like to do in Discourse. So yeah, you can look at that if you need to do some more complicated formatting. I'll come, and then I'll just do oh, I forgot to put a space here. Okay, and then I can create the topic. And that's how to create a new topic. The last thing that you probably want to know, just as a standard co-op member, would be this sidebar here. Some of these links, this is like most used links for our co-op. Some of these links will be for circle members, but some of them will, some of them are for everybody. Our calendar here shows all of our co-op events. So you can see the topic that we just made showed up right here. And there's also a little feedback form, questions or comments, that you can fill out if you have questions or comments. So yeah, that's kind of the last thing. I guess the last thing to know is that if you have something that you would like the co-op to work on, what you can do, you can either put it in that little form there, that question or comments form, or you can go, if you know what circle you want to, what circle you think it's going to be covered under, what circle would tackle it, then you can actually just post it right into the backlog. You can do a new topic into the backlog. That is about it. If you're a standard co-op member. So the rest of this video will be for circle members. Now we're on to the circle member section of this quick start guide. So yeah, say you've decided to join a circle. There's a couple more things that you're going to be using Discourse for. If you've become a leader or a scribe in a circle, there's a separate video that you can find in the policy document under the Cyber Circle section about how to make meeting notes. But every circle member generally will be using Discourse to look at meeting notes and to look at the backlog. So the first thing that we're going to go over is the sidebar here, and we've already used some of the things on the sidebar, but there's a couple more things here that are useful. So we have all our useful links like the Jitsi, our meeting scratchpad, policy document, the markdown formatting guide, which we went over before, our Kumu website, vision, mission, aim, assignments, and a place to give feedback. Assignments is what we'll go over next. So in as long as if you're part of a circle, people or members who aren't part of a circle don't have this ability, but once you become part of a circle, you are able to assign topics to people. And so primarily we'll be using this in the backlog, but maybe some other times you'll find a use for this. So I'm in the Cyber Circle. I'm going to click on the Cyber Circle tag, and I'm going to click on Unsolved here. So in the backlog, we have two states for all of the topics. We have solved and unsolved. And unsolved is how things get entered into the backlog. They'll start as unsolved. And then once the circle has completed that backlog item, then they can label it as solved. The way you do that is by replying. So there was the original post of the topic, and then once you reply to it, then you can click the little dots, and you can, let's see, so you can't click the little dots in the original post, but once you reply to a post, you can click the little dots, and there's a little checkbox down here, and it will say select if this reply solves the problem. So usually what we do is we'll type in what we decided to do to solve that backlog item. So if it was a decision, we'll usually like put a quote of the section of our meeting notes where we decided what to do about that. Or if it's just like a simple thing, we'll just say what we did and then click solved. But so say that your circle has done something and to take care of a backlog item, but they it's now on somebody's own personal to-do list to actually do the work to solve that backlog item. So what you can do is you can assign a topic to somebody. So you can reply and say, so and so is going to take care of this. And I think I might have even done that down here. Let's see. Saul did that for himself. So he quoted our old meeting notes here. He said, Saul will turn off, blah, blah, blah. And then what he did is he clicked the dots here, and he clicked the assign post. And then he typed his name in, clicked it, and clicked assign. And that assigns it to him. And then once he was done, he marked it as the solution. So there was this checkbox here. He clicked it, and now it's been solved. So before it was solved, though, it was in his assignments, and you can click. Let's see here. We'll do a test one. So if we go in, we're going to do. We'll make a new topic under the cyber circle. Cyber circle, and we're going to say please do this thing, cyber circle. Can you make a Facebook account for the co-op? Okay, so that's now in the backlog. And let's say that we talked about it in the cyber circle, and we said Nevin will make a Facebook account for the cyber circle. Great. That's what's going to happen. Now, so that I can remember to do that, I mean, you don't have to use this, but this is kind of a nice thing here. You can click assign, and then you can type in anybody here. So I could say, I think you can also assign multiple people. See, there's Slater. But yeah, so you can click whoever you want to assign it to. You can add a note. You click assign. Now it's been assigned, and so if you click my assignments here, you'll see I already had one. Currently doing it. Yeah, you can see your other assignment here. And then if we go back here, once I've done that, I can mark it as the solution. And I believe then so there's a little checkbox here. You can see it's checked, and you can unassign the post once you've done it. So that's assignments. Let's see, our calendar here. So we already showed the calendar, but now maybe you want to. So you have the ability to add to add this co-op calendar to your personal calendar. I do this personally. I have the co-op's calendar linked into my personal calendar. The way you do this is you go to the policy document here, and I'm actually going to switch back to my other account that doesn't have this done yet. So you go to the policy document, and you go down to Cyber Circle, and you go to Calendar Events. And then there's going to be this weird thing here, this long URL. And you can click that. You can copy it. And then you can go to your personal calendar. And I'll show you how to do it on Google Calendar here. You can go to Add Other Calendars, and from URL, and then you can just paste that. If we go back, you can see here are co-op events now. So that's how to add that to the calendar, to your own personal calendar. Yeah, that's a very helpful. I use that quite a bit. Let's see. Okay, so notifications is the next thing here. So once you're in a circle, you're probably going to want to be notified when there is, certain activity in your circle. So if we go up here to our profile picture, you can see we have a couple things on the side here. We have our notifications, replies when people have replied to us. It also shows up in the notifications, so I don't know why that's also there. Bookmarks, other notifications, and then the profile. You can just click on your profile here, and you can go to preferences. And this is where you can adjust your notifications. So there's two areas here where you will need to go to do this. So if you're using your email as your primary way that you're getting notified about co-op things, this is this is the setting area for that. And then to change what, so say you become a member of the circle. By default, you're only going to get notified when there is a new topic posted in the announcements category. You won't get notified when there's anything posted in any of these other ones. To change that, you go to the settings and you go to tracking. So there's a little bit up here about topics. So it's split in. So there's like three main. I guess you'd call. I don't know what you call them. There's three main types of things in Discourse. There's categories, topics, and tags. So it has settings for each of those. The main thing that you'll want to look at here are the categories section and the tags section. So this is what will allow you to, categories you can add if you want to get notified whenever there's whenever there's topics in categories, or activity in a category, you can add categories here to get notified when there's activity in them. So right, it's currently the standard one, it's just set to the announcements category. But if you want to add another category, you can add another category. Personally, I don't have any other categories added. What I have added is tags, because tags are where all the circles live. So here, once you've been added to a circle, if the administrator hasn't already done it for you, you'd want to add the tag for the circle that you're a part of to this watched section here. Anything that you're watching, you'll get an email for. Yeah. So this is this little this notification area here. This setting this basically means watched. All of these things describe when you're watching a category or a tag or a topic. So this will change like how you will be notified, how you will be emailed. You can either always be emailed, only when away, or you can never be emailed. Yeah, I have it set for only when away. The last thing we're going to cover here is messages. Messages are on the sidebar here. When you become a circle member, this will be accessible to you. I believe non-circle members don't have access to messages. So messages are how you can get in contact with different circles, or with members, other co-op members. So you can see here we have a couple different circles. We don't have all of them for some reason. So you can make a new message by clicking on that little, you go hover over messages, you'll see this plus icon here. Click that and you'll make a new message. And then you can click on, you can search for a user, or you can search for a group, say membership circle. And then you can type in some stuff here. And once you've sent the message, if it's a group, it'll get sent to everybody in that group. If it's an individual, it'll get sent to that individual. You can also add multiple people. Add Saul, I'll add Slater, and you can send a message to both of them. So it's, whatever, it's email, it's the same thing. It's just a little bit, it's a little bit nicer of a format, and it's just within Discourse. If you want to be notified, or if you want to change the settings for how you get notified about that in terms of email, that's going to be the first setting up here. The personal messages. And I have it set to never get emailed when I send a personal message, but I'm actually going to have it set to only when away. And that's it. If you have any questions, you can email the admins, or you can also click the questions and comments thing here, which will bring you to a little form that you can fill out. Good luck, and get in touch if you have any questions or comments.